Ever feel that sinking dread the moment you see their name pop up on your screen? Heart pounding, breath hitching. You already know what's coming, and it ruins your day before it even starts. That call, that text, that email, it's like an electric shock to your nervous system, jarring you awake in the middle of your own life. Who gave anyone the power to steal your peace? Why are you still letting them? Stop letting them win. You weren't born to live on someone else's terms, chained to their criticisms, their drama, their unending demands. And yet, here you are, sitting alone in your room, replaying every hurtful thing they ever said, wondering if you're somehow to blame. You're not. Toxic people feed on your self-doubt, your compassion, your desire for harmony. They twist your words, spin your intentions into something ugly, and watch with sadistic satisfaction as you unravel. But you don't have to play their game any longer. Think back to the last time they broke you down. Maybe it was a friend who laughed when you shared your dreams, a partner who dismissed your feelings again and again, a coworker who sniped at you in meetings, undermining your confidence until you doubted your own abilities. How did you feel afterward? Empty, ashamed, like you'd been shoved into a dark corner. Toxic people specialize in gut punches. They steal your energy, your clarity, your very sense of worth. Here's the truth. You are not the enemy. You are not the problem. The problem is their behavior, their need to dominate, to control, to twist every interaction into another opportunity to tear you down. Studies show that repeated exposure to toxic behavior can increase anxiety and depression, cloud your thinking, and even trigger physical symptoms like chest tightness and headaches. They don't just hurt you emotionally, they damage your health. Why would you let that continue? It starts with the red flags. Do any of these sound familiar? They lie outright, then accuse you of dishonesty. They criticize your choices as if you're beneath them. They gaslight you so thoroughly you begin to question your own memory, your own sanity. They create drama out of thin air, dragging you into conflicts that never should have existed. They isolate you by sowing seeds of doubt about everyone else in your life. They demand your time, your attention, your energy, and give back nothing but more chaos. Recognizing these patterns is your first victory. Once you see the manipulation for what it is, you reclaim a piece of your power. You're no longer the blind runner on their treadmill of toxicity. You can step off. You can breathe again. But seeing is not enough. You must act. And that means drawing clear boundaries. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out. They are fences that protect your garden. They signal to the world how you want to be treated. You begin by saying no when something isn't right. No to shouting. No to insults. No to demeaning comments disguised as jokes. No to being their emotional punching bag. Try this. Next time they cross the line, respond with calm confidence. I will not continue this conversation when you speak to me that way. Then, walk away. You don't owe them an explanation. You don't owe them permission to respect you. You owe yourself the peace you crave. Each time you hold your ground, you reinforce your worth. Each time you protect your boundaries, you build your strength. Yes, they will push back. They may lash out, attempt to guilt you, or deploy every manipulative tactic they know. That's because control is their currency. But when you refuse to engage, their power evaporates. They thrive on reaction. Deny them that. Deny yourself the suffering, and if they persist, distance yourself, limit contact, unfollow them on social media, block their number. Excuses won't change their behavior. If you keep the door open, they will flood back in. If you need to maintain a relationship, maybe it's a family member or a boss, minimize time and interaction. Use clear, concise communication. Keep conversations neutral and task-focused, then step away. Don't forget to lean on your support network. Reach out to friends who genuinely care. Talk to a therapist if you need professional guidance. Journal your feelings, meditate, exercise. Reconnect with passions that light you up. These positive influences remind you who you are, someone worthy of respect, kindness, and joy. Ask yourself, what would my life look like if I stopped letting toxic people dictate my mood? Picture the freedom, a day untainted by their negativity. A life where you build, create, love, and laugh without looking over your shoulder. That's the life waiting for you. And it's not just hypothetical. People break free every single day. They quit toxic jobs, end draining friendships, refuse to bow to manipulation. They rediscover themselves, they heal, and you can too. It won't be instant. Boundaries bruise before they strengthen. Your voice may shake when you first speak up. You might feel waves of guilt or fear. That is all part of the process. Transformation never comes without discomfort. But imagine the payoff. A calmer mind, a healthier body, relationships that nourish rather than deplete you. Let me share a quick story. A woman named Maya finally realized her best friend was a toxic enabler. Every time Maya tried to get her life together, her friend would call with a sob story demanding endless attention. It took Maya months to muster the courage, but one day she told her friend, "I love you, but I cannot be your emotional dumpster anymore." She set a boundary, 2 phone calls per week, no midnight sob sessions. At first, her friend raged, but weeks later, the friend had to confront her own drama. And Maya? She felt lighter than air. She reclaimed her focus, started painting again, and discovered a new community that celebrated her talents. That's the payoff of standing strong. You deserve that. We all do. Nobody should steal your joy under the guise of friendship. Nobody should make you small so they can feel big. You are built for greatness. You are built for peace. You are destined for meaningful connections, not toxic entanglements. So here's your challenge. Today, identify one toxic relationship in your life. It could be a person, a situation, even a habit of thought that echoes their voice in your head. Then, decide on one boundary you will set. Maybe it's not answering late-night calls. Maybe it's refusing to participate in workplace gossip. Maybe it's walking away when insults start. Write that boundary down, then say it out loud in the mirror. I deserve respect. I will not accept abuse. Let the words sink in. Feel the shift. This isn't cruelty, it's self-care. You're not punishing them, you're protecting yourself. You're choosing your well-being over their chaos. And that choice is revolutionary, because every time you stand up for yourself, you inspire others to do the same. You become a beacon of strength. You show your siblings, your friends, your children that they have a right to peace. You rewrite the narrative. Instead of being the victim, you become the victor. And one day, you'll look back on this moment, the moment you decided enough was enough, and you'll marvel at how far you've come. You'll marvel at your own courage. You'll marvel at the life you've built. Authentic, vibrant, free from the shadows of toxic control. So rise up, raise your voice, draw that line, block the negativity, protect your peace. Surround yourself with those who lift you, not drag you down. Feed your mind with positivity. Fuel your body with care. Ignite your spirit with purpose. Do not let another second slip by in their shadow. The world needs your light. You are a force for good. You are worthy of love and respect. You are done letting them win. Stand tall. Speak up. Reclaim your life. Today, you choose you. Today, you stop letting toxic people win. Go live your freedom.